And these are all my spare parts, from battery holders to rumble packs to buttons to analog sticks. Some electrical tape is always good to have. D-pads, you name it. Rumble motor holders, contact cradle for the D-pads, contact cradle for the face buttons. Got tons of face buttons, but these are the kinds of things that you're going to need. Another thing, if you're going to be modding a lot, is you need a Dremel tool. That Dremel tool will help make quick work when you're trying to make a perfect hole and other things. So a Dremel tool is cool. I also have, like, this is a spare rapid fire kit that I got, that I was using, that I took out. That's the controller right there, and just some wire that's connected to it. Another thing that'll be good is there's this green screen, which I can show you here. That's the actual point that those black parts on the buttons that I showed you touches. It touches these contacts, and it has to make contact with these points. It has to make contact with point there, point there, point there, point there, point. Otherwise, your controller's not going to work. So when your controller's not working, that's the problem. You're not making full contact with that board a lot of times after you've taken it apart. Most important thing you're going to need is Kynar wire. And this wire is about 24 bucks. I use 30 gauge. Look at how little that is compared to my hand. It is tiny. Like, there's my hand. That's it. I mean, it is little. You're going to need some of this. I buy it 100 foot at a time, different colors, so I can do red and black or whatever the case may be. But you're going to need Kynar wire, and that's Kynar wire, 30 gauge, and it runs about 30 bucks generally. This video is going long, guys. I'm sorry. After this, we're going to actually get into the modding. Next thing you're going to need, if you're going to do a lot, is LED lights. I probably got over 1,500 LED lights. I just pulled out a few to show you the different varieties. Blue, red, yellow, you name it. You are going to need a lot of different LEDs if you're going to do a lot of modding, and you're going to need different sizes. If you notice here, I've got bigger ones, and then they get smaller. You really can't tell, this is kind of a poor picture, but these and these, you can look at the two here and tell that some are bigger than others. I use all different sizes, 2.5, I forget what the other millimeter size are, but basically the LEDs that you can get from Radio Shack will work in your LED button, in your PS button, and you can use them for lights in your buttons and everything else. So, you know, the smaller ones are better because you can use them in tighter spots, but they don't illuminate the same as the bigger buttons. So I always like the bigger LEDs. Just, you know, depending on what I'm trying to do. Another important thing you're going to need, because you're going to be holding this stuff closer to your face to try to get an accurate fitment and everything, a pair of safety glasses. I don't use them all the time, but I definitely recommend you using them. You're also going to need triggers, just spare parts out the wazoo. This is for those that's going to do a lot of modding. All this stuff will help you in the long run, trust me. And I just brought this out to show you. I actually make a lot of my own buttons. This is a mold that I did. I'm going to do a whole set of videos showing you how to make your own rubber molds. And this is rubber, so if I drop it, it's going to bounce. So it bounced off. But yeah, this is a rubber mold that I made. And just to show you guys what it does is, if you pop it in there, you set it, and you can see there's no film either way. It'll make the button, and all you do is squish it out, and it'll make a replica button for you. And I've got probably 20 of these molds, and I've got them for face buttons as well. I will be doing a tutorial showing you how these buttons work. Last thing you're gonna need if you're gonna be modding a PS3 controller is a PS3 controller. So that is the last thing. If you look at this workspace, that's a lot of stuff. And this goes all the way from modding a single controller to multiple controllers. In the next video, part 2, we're going to be actually taking the controller apart, showing you exactly where to mount the LED light and installing the center LED button light, and we'll go from there. If you got any questions, comment, like this video, so I can, you know, get my YouTube viewership up, please, guys. Let me know what you think, and, you know, ask questions. But we're going to go on this journey together. I'm going to show you everything there is to know, everything that I know, in-depth videos just like this one. This one's going to run about 11 minutes, and I apologize, I wanted it to be shorter, but that's okay. We're gonna make it happen. And actually, I'm gonna cut this video into 2 segments so that you can see one part and see the other. But yeah, this is everything that you need from start to finish. Hole punch and necessity. And let's go over that. Let's go over necessities. Necessity: hole punch, pliers, clippers, screwdriver, at least a knife of some sort, Sharpie, drill bits, drill. You don't really necessarily need spare parts. Safety glasses, definitely, and a controller, and of course your LED lights. And this wire is a necessity as well. You will need the Kynar wire. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. But you will need that wire because it's easy to connect, it's tiny, and it solders very easily. And of course, the one thing I didn't mention, you will need solder. And you can get all this stuff. You can get everything you need except for the Kynar wire at like Radio Shack or Fry's or anywhere like that. And you probably can get the Kynar wire at Fry's as well. But yeah, that's everything that you'll need. Let me know if you got any questions. Comment, guys. Part 2, I'll be dropping this weekend. And in part 2, we will take the controller apart, and I will show you how to test your LED lights before mounting them to the PCB board and installing it. And in the third video, we will actually install a center LED. Hope you like this video. Subscribe. I'm out. Peace.